Make sure to check out my Patreon for exclusive videos never before seen on YouTube. And don't forget to also check out the memberships on my channel page to join and gain access to perks and see videos early. Make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the bell and be notified of new videos. All the support goes to the production of the channel for better content. Now let's get into the video. Real quick shout out to all the members that are there on the screen. Go check them out. Go give them a like, subscribe, show them some love and support. Also, if this video gets over 250 likes, I shall continue the series. Thank you all for the support. Let's hit 20,000 subscribers, and I will talk to you all later. Now, what if Goku was born in the Ikari state? Now, you guys have easily won over the votes with over 1,000 votes. So, here we are. Before the video starts, let's do 250 likes for this video to show some support, and I will continue to the next one. And let's hit 20,000 subscribers. Now, what is the Ikari state? Well, we've seen the Ikari state one time in the canon show. It was done by Broly, when Broly was able to use the Yuzaru power and keep it in his base form so he wouldn't have to have a massive speed issue. So he was able to use the power of the Great Ape without lacking speed. Now, this might seem like a small power-up, especially in terms of later Dragon Ball transformations, but it still makes you 10 times more powerful than the original. Now, this would actually change a lot of the story, so let's get into it. Now, when Son Goku was born, he had an odd power level. His power level was no different than it was before, just his times 10 that. So, with him having a power level of 2 times 10 that, it would have a power level of 20. So, they would see that as kind of a meh power level. It wasn't really anything crazy. Now, would they view him as a low class or middle class? Maybe, but I still think 20 would still be kind of low for a baby Saiyan. So, they would view him as still as a low class Saiyan. Now, obviously, since Goku's still a baby, his eyes are closed, so they cannot see that he had like yellow eyes and stuff. Now, this version of Goku is a lot more feral and a lot more wild, and he instead of crying, he's a bit more wild than normal baby. Bardock would still send him out with Gine, and they would still send him off to Earth, and Bardock would still risk his life and give his life up so Frieza could pay attention to him, and it would still destroy all the Saiyans. None of that would really change. The difference here is once when Goku lands, he would then meet Grandpa Gohan. Now, Grandpa Gohan notices that this Saiyan is actually very powerful as a baby. He still has a Saiyan tail, but his hair was standing up more, almost like a Super Saiyan a little bit, and he had yellow eyes. And he was very aggressive and very feral. So I do feel like Goku growing up would be a lot more feral and more aggressive, but with Grandpa Gohan, Goku would still hit his head, that would not change. Now, if he did hit his head, it would still hurt him badly, and he would still have the kind of kind-heartish, so he would calm down a lot more, but he would still be very easily angered. So, yeah, this is very different. So, with the Ikari state already present within him, this will grant him immense power and heightened strength, which will be fueled by unyielding fury. Alright, so Goku, over time, with the help of Grandpa Gohan with meditation, would learn to control it. But it's a constant battle, as it's very difficult to control this rage within his body. Now, once when Goku met Bulma, he actually had a power level of around 10. Of course, with the Ikari state, that's a power level of 100. So Goku already is getting up there to be one of the most powerful beings in Dragon Ball already. He's getting there. Now, a lot of the events would happen the exact same, just that Goku's a bit more irritable and he gets angry and a bit more bloodlusted as he fights beings. But this version of Goku is just a lot more powerful than the original. Now, I want to go all the way up to when Goku fights the likes of Tien and Master Roshi. Now, what we do remember is that Goku had a power level nearing around 140, 150, as he was pretty much almost equal to Tien, and he was also pretty much really close to Master Roshi as well. And as you know, Master Roshi was able to beat him. Now, if we're following the same kind of training that Goku had, times 10 that, he's 10 times more powerful than he was. So even if Goku had a power level of 100, times 10 that would be 1,000. Anybody with a power level of like 500 can beat up everybody in the Dragon Ball series. 1,000, Goku would beat Master Roshi, he would have beaten Tien, and Goku would win to go train with Korin and obviously Kami for those multiple years. Now beforehand, we got to talk about Demon King Piccolo. If Demon King Piccolo did show up and Goku does see his friend Krillin still get killed, if we're going to follow the same events, just to not make this video forever, Goku would be furious. And with his power, full power, he would completely obliterate Demon King Piccolo. Now Goku would never drink the Divine Water as he didn't need to, because his power level was so high, he could one-shot Demon King Piccolo. And for what purposes, I'm going to say that Demon King Piccolo was still able to spit out Piccolo Jr., so none of that would really change. Now once when we go into the early parts of Dragon Ball, this is when Piccolo Jr. and Son Goku beforehand would train Mikami. And in this time, Goku would even go in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, and he would be able to last a little bit longer than before, and he would use this to meditate and practice more as Kami would help him to kind of calm the rage within him. And since this is Son Goku we're talking about, he would be able to learn to control his power, and he would be able to suppress his rage. But being pushed even just a little bit too much will make him snap. Goku, I feel like, would still drink the Ultra Divine Water, as his heart is still pure. He's not an evil being, he just gets upset very easily. And if that's the case, Goku here is a lot more powerful. So, if we're going to go off at just basis, Goku's power level would not really change from the Dragon Ball when he fought Demon King Piccolo, all the way even up to Piccolo Jr., it wouldn't be any different. It's just here he's 10 times stronger. So if Goku had a power level of 336, right? If you had a power level of 336 or 316, whatever power level you want to do, times 10 that will be 3,360. So pretty much he would absolutely annihilate Piccolo Jr. Piccolo Jr. has no chance. Maybe you could argue that he gets the drop on him when during the fight when Goku was easily overpowering Piccolo Jr. Goku dropped his guard, which is a Goku thing to do, and when you drop your guard, your power level is really low. It was even when Goku got hit in the Frieza movie, when he got hit by a death ray, and it almost killed him when he's a god. So yeah, it's theoretically possible, but even with just one arm, you can even argue cuts about half of his power level, it wouldn't be no different, and then he would just one-shot Piccolo, knock him out. Goku would still get with Chi-Chi, as most of the Dragon Ball events never changed, so he still promised her. So he would still be with Chi-Chi, and 5 years would pass, he would still have his son, which is Son Gohan. Now Gohan would realistically look like any other Saiyan, he wouldn't look any different, just because Goku's just in a form non-stop in this What If, so he's still Goku, and he's still a Saiyan. Now, would Gohan's potential be even higher because he's with a stronger Saiyan? Theoretically, you could say yes, because like if you look at Goku when he had Goten, Goku was far stronger, and Goten had way faster growth than even Gohan did, even at a young age. So you could argue that. So you could say that Gohan does get a little bit stronger than the original. Now, once when Raditz shows up, Goku's power level is not much really different from the original. It's still the same, but just times 10 that. As Goku didn't really train that much, he even says that. So Goku would have a power level of around 4,300. He would only get about 1,000 stronger. But even with that, he wouldn't even need Piccolo's help. Piccolo would be there, but Raditz wouldn't be able to get Gohan at all. Even on the Kami lookout. Even on everything. It doesn't matter. Goku would absolutely annihilate Raditz. It wouldn't even be a battle, because Raditz is only 1,500, and even though Raditz would try everything he can, but he noticed that his brother looks different. Kakarot has yellow eyes and his hair is standing. Could he be like a Super Saiyan? Is that possible? But his power level was over 4,000, so he's weaker than even Prince Vegeta, so it doesn't make any sense, but he thinks that he's not a normal Saiyan. There's something different about him. Now, Goku would offer Raditz a chance to leave, which Raditz I feel like would do so because he doesn't want to die, so he would take the coward's way out and run away. He has no chance of beating Goku. Raditz would then meet back up with Vegeta and Nappa. Now this is where Vegeta would then make fun of Raditz and he would actually kill him, because he sees Raditz as weak, and the fact that he couldn't even beat a low-class Saiyan. Now Raditz would tell him that he had a power level of 4,000, which Nappa and Vegeta would actually find pretty interesting. How he has that high of a power level for a low class? They definitely want to go check that out. Now once when they fly off, This is when obviously Goku would then meet up with Kami and his friends, and Goku says, well, if those Saiyans are really as strong as that one guy said, that I can't even beat him, then I gotta get stronger. Now Kami states, well, you could always use the time chamber again, but Popo would need time to set it up. And Goku says, yeah, well, I need a teacher. So Kami says, there might be one teacher that I know of, but the chance of you training under him is very unlikely. Goku says, I don't have much of a choice. So Kami would then take Goku to the other world, as Kami can teleport there. And he would tell him about King Kai, who's a legendary teacher, and can help Goku learn and become strong enough to fight these Saiyans. Goku would agree, and Goku would run down Snake Way. Now here's the difference here. Goku here is over 10 times stronger than he was before, so he would get there 10 times faster. So it only took Goku a few months to reach King Kai. So I'm just going to say that it only took him maybe a week or two to reach King Kai. Just a couple weeks, let's just say that. It only took him a couple weeks to reach King Kai. Maybe even less. So that would mean that Goku has way more time to train under King Kai. He would still train under King Kai, and he would get used to the gravity a lot faster. And King Kai notices that he's different. There's something different about him. And he would tell Goku that you're not normal. Saiyans don't have this kind of raw strength like that, and your eyes are not normal, and your hair is not normal. Maybe the Saiyan father and mother was a different breed of species. There was another species that they did with, but no, he appears to be full Saiyan. Now, by the way, Goku would still have his tail, and reasoning for it is just because I think that when he's in the Ikari state, he's in his Uzaru state. So even if he did look at the moon, it wouldn't change anything. So, but you could argue that when Goku sees the moon, maybe it makes him just more like primalistic. So he killed Grandpa Gohan, and that's why. So that's why Grandpa Gohan's not there. Now, Goku would train under King Kai, and he would learn more about the Saiyan heritage. Now, King Kai, over the time, would then speculate that maybe you have the rare ability to maybe be able to harness the power of the Great Ape. And you can hold that power within your base form without losing speed or anything. It's truly astounding. He was actually very curious as to how this is possible. But enough of that now. Goku would still learn Kaioken, and he would still learn the Spirit Bomb. So none of that would really change, but he has more time to train. Now this is where some things are going to drastically change, is when Vegeta and Nappa show up. Remember, I do feel like Gohan would still be trained by Piccolo. That wouldn't really change. Gohan here would actually become stronger because he has a higher potential now, but it wouldn't be such a massive difference. I would say he's probably equal to King Piccolo. So if him and Piccolo team up, I think they would give Raditz a bit more of a run for his money. And yeah, it'll be definitely a lot more different. But obviously, since this is Nappa that they're going up against, maybe it'll definitely be a bit more closer battle, because Piccolo is around the same strength. So if him and Gohan teamed up, they could annihilated Raditz. But against Nappa, maybe. They would give him a bit more of a run for his money though. Now, Goku would actually arrive there way faster as he flew there instead of riding Nimbus. And if that's the case, they wouldn't have to wait for the couple hours. So Goku would get there a lot faster, and his power level was insane. As we know, Goku had a power level of 8,000. If Goku still got around 33 times stronger than that, from what we do know, if he had a power level of around 4,000 to 4,330 or around there, times 10 that, with that power, roughly would be around 43,000. But just for fun, I'm just going to say that he would still have the same boost that he would have in the original. He's just 10 times stronger, and he had more time to train. So his power level could either be highly well over 50,000s to even nearly 100,000. So it's going to be very interesting. But that is it for this one, if you guys. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you guys are interested in the series. I actually have a lot of plans for this one. Anyway, let's get to 20,000 subscribers. Thank y'all for the support, and I'll talk to you all later.